This morning, I was scrolling Twitter and I saw a tweet that had me stopped in my tracks. As I was scrolling through, here's the tweet that I saw. Turkey is fighting consumer price inflation by having authorities go to supermarkets, check prices, and threaten fines if the prices are too high. I literally couldn't believe this. So of course, everyone knows that Turkey is experiencing incredibly high inflation right now. The estimations for December is that inflation is going to come in at a 30% year-over-year change. That is insane. The estimations are anywhere between 26 to 37%, and the average of all the economists together is 30%. Here in the United States, we have almost 7%, and people are freaking the hell out. Imagine if we had 30%. Well, that is what the Turkish citizens and business owners are dealing with. But to add salt to the wound, here is what the local authorities are doing. This is a video that they released themselves, and I'll read to you in a minute what exactly the tweet says in translation. But let's watch the video first. The local authorities released this, and they are proud of what they are doing here. This is the authorities in the grocery store talking to the grocery store owners about what the prices of the goods and services actually are. They not only are talking to them, they not only are lecturing them, but they are even going as far as doling out fines, and you'll see they're scanning prices, and they're writing them down to come back later and check to see what is the actual increase. And here goes the crazy part, where you start to see them actually checking item by item of what the prices are. Every single item must be checked, must be written down. And it's not just pen and paper, scanning, checking prices of competitors, etc. This is insane. Now, of course, what we know from history is that price gouging is a common claim. When high inflation happens, governments step in and they start yelling and screaming at the business owners and saying, oh, it's not the undisciplined monetary and fiscal policy decisions we've made. Instead, it is simply that these business owners are taking advantage of you. But grocery stores operate on razor-thin margins, usually less than 5% profit margins. It's not like in 2021, they just decided, you know what? This is the year I'm going to price gouge. No, of course not. They have material costs that are going up. The supply chain is forcing their costs up, and their labor costs are going up as well. It's all tied back to inflation. And so whether they're going to either operate at a loss or they're going to increase their prices and pass on those higher costs to the customer, of course they're going to increase the prices. And so ultimately, when you have government starting to intervene in the market, whether they're implementing some sort of price control like in Turkey, or they're implementing capital controls where investors can't actually take their money out of a currency, it simply exasperates the problem. So when I see this video, all it tells me is that we haven't learned from history. It is insane to think of the local police or the local authorities going grocery store by grocery store by grocery store and checking every single item to see what the price is, how much it's increased over time, and then issuing fines if you increase it too much. I don't know about you, but I would much rather have entrepreneurs and business owners running these businesses than the government and the local police. The local police was so good at running businesses, maybe they shouldn't be police officers, and instead they should own businesses. But until that day comes, let's leave the businesses to the business owners, and let's leave the policing to the police.